Oh, I am a huge fucking nerd. That's right, I'm a huge fucking nerd. I like lots of books and computers, 'cause I am a huge fucking nerd.
One-of-a-kind shades made to order by Vaporshades.com. Vaporshades designs the outer layer of the sunglasses just like a wrap on a car. They customize your sunglasses, marbling the paint. The end result is no two pair of sunglasses are alike. Yours will be completely unique to you. Check us out at Vaporshades.com. Use promo code Tuddle for 15% off your entire order. Get ready for your daily dose of Tuddle.
The all-time greatest intern/producer we've ever had, of course, Tuddle. Tuddle in Florida.
From the Vaporshades Hobo Fish Camp, it's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
No wonder nobody likes you, Tuddle. Everything's a goddamn debate.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Not trying to be rude. I got a very, very busy show today. Check out my website, Tuddle.net. That's Tuddle with two D's, Tuddle.net. There's two ways you can reach out and get with me. Well, there's a whole bunch of ways. Just search Tuddle, Tuddle, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Reddit. I got a Reddit forum now. Just search the Tuddle Daily Podcast. You can email me, Tuddle@gmail.com, or leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044. Once again, that is 407-270-3044. Let's get this bitch started. All right, guys, so I ended up picking up some extra work. I've actually got some great job offers for myself to do on the side to help fund this podcast, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm wanting to save up as much as I can because I want to be able to grow like Tom and Dan is. Tom and Dan's got their own studio. They got their own offices. So I'm working and I'm building up to something. But my mom's friend Louise, her friend from up north in Chicago is down visiting, and I think they're going to go over to the Hard Rock Casino over in Tampa, and she wants me to house sit and dog sit. Now, her dog has some very, very unique diet requirements and stuff. So I'm kind of nervous being responsible for an animal and as well as a house. But the house is not that far away from the Hobo Fish Camp. So I'll be right down the road. I'm just kind of nervous about the dog, but I mean, she's going to pay me $200 to be able to do that for her for a couple of days. And it'll actually be nice that I'll have a house to myself. Now, there's some people that I've been talking to. Do I throw a house party or do I be responsible? Because I got to tell you, it's a pretty nice crib. It's got 3 bedrooms in it, brand spanking new. And I think it would be a kick-ass thing. And then, I can never invite women over that I meet here in the area because I live in a fifth wheel with my parents at the moment, which is kind of sad. But, this might be an opportunity that I might have to take advantage of. Maybe I'll hint around about it. So I'm going to talk with Louise. We're going to do a walkthrough. She's going to give me an idea of how I'm supposed to take care of the dog and things that need to be done around the house. So stay tuned. Jesus effing Christ. It was like trying to get into friggin' Fort Knox, trying to get into this place. I'm like, I know exactly where it is. So now I'm here at Louise's. Let's see. Put everything in park because their driveways are at a big, big incline there. Last thing I want is my crappy-ass 2006 PT Cruiser crashing into somebody's golf cart. All right, so I am here at my mom's friend's house, Louise. Let's see. All right, I'm coming. So I'm coming through here. This isn't video, it's just audio. I'm coming in here to do a walkthrough with my mom's friend Louise. So what special type of things do I need to know about here, okay?
Times he goes out to go and what he gets to eat, because he's that sensitive stomach with...
So if I go to Wendy's, I can't give him a burger or anything?
No, I got out the sensitive stomach stuff you get from the vet.
Okay.
And he has.
How many times a day does he get this?
Well, he only eats twice a day. In the morning after he comes back from his walk, where he does his business, his bowl's over there. He gets a handful of this stuff in the bottom of his bowl. I'll show you how much.
So what do you do? Like a mixture? You do like a mixture of the wet and the dry?
Put the dry in the bowl, and he won't always eat it. He'll try to eat the other stuff off, but that's okay. He waits.
Is that Chex Mix in there?
Yeah, that's a treat.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you put this in here, and you put a heaping tablespoon of this stuff on top. And he should eat it, but if he doesn't, you just leave it.
Okay.
And then he usually eats the rest of it at supper, but I don't worry about I'm not worried about how much he eats because he weighs 20 pounds.
All right. So, what are the sleeping arrangements? Like, does he like to sleep in bed or?
Yes.
Okay. So he's very dependent.
Last time depends on how late you're up and how late you're going to get up. See, because his last out for me is like 7:30 because I get up at.
So where do I put him when I have the house party here?
If you're,
I'm messing with.
If you're gonna leave, great, okay?
All right.
Because he can get up on the bed. I shut the door.
All right.
He's gonna have an accident if something happens because you're here. Or,
It's gonna be in the bathroom.
yeah, he'll go right by the wall there, and so it's easy to pick up.
All right. So.
But see, this is where he stays if you're gonna leave the house.
All right.
You shut the door.
All right. Cool.
And at night, this is your bed. I'm gonna put new sheets on anyway. He comes in here with you, and you shut the door so he can't roam the whole house.
All right. Because he's a roamer.
Well, I don't want him getting into this is dog proof.
Okay, all right, I got you. All right, so I am on a golf cart right now, and Miss Louise is showing me where she takes Izzy, her dog, to be able to go use the restroom. Now, you're telling me, like, there's some poison berries or something?
Yeah, it's some kind of wild holly that's here that if he eats the berries, he got a hold of something and had this foaming at the mouth stuff.
All right, so let me ask you, since I'm thinking ahead, because I always prepare, like, what happens if he gets, like, is kind of sick for some reason, because he does have a sensitive stomach. You're going to leave me a number of the vet you take him to and stuff?
I don't think he'll get that sick.
I just like to be prepared.
He does puke if he eats grass, and he does that on purpose if he's got an upset stomach, and usually he'll puke like three times in a row, and then he's done.
Okay, all right, so like, yeah, you need to tell the neighbors because I'm worried because like they'll be like, all right, who is this young kid? Even though I'm a Caucasian, Oh, you just ran a stop sign.
The people at the dog park will go, that's Louise's dog. Who's got Louise's dog?
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna be like, yeah, I am her sugar baby. Like she pays me like. She's not here right now, but she usually pays me to walk around, like shirtless, walking the dog and stuff. But, I mean, that's how Louise rolls, right? Hello. So are there, like, all right, so let me ask you. This is always, like, my thing. Like, are there any, like, all right, so what is the average age here in this park?
There's a variety. There's people in their late 80s, early 90s, and there's people that are 55, 60s.
So maybe like some, older, maybe late 40s, early 50s women,
well, You can't buy in here until you're 55.
Oh, okay. See, I've always wondered where this fence went to. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And see, they drop off. And I think he got one in his foot once. Is why he had this terrible reaction. Cost me $100 at the vet. We walk down here and watch out for the dog poop because people don't pick up after their dog. But there's a little indentation down at that end. So we walk this side, go around there, across the median. He likes to pee on the post, over here, and down this side.
All right, cool.
Okay, then I'll show you
Yeah, I want to see this other place here.
the other place. Then we walk around the corner.
Uh-huh.
And if he's already pooped coming down this side, I don't go over there because this black dirt and sand getting his feet, and he has black feet. So if he's already done his business, he's on the cart.
All right, so do I got to worry about like any like animals here or at all, like raccoons? Like I have a raccoon problem at the fish camp. No.
I've never seen one here.
No. Okay.
I'll show you where Steffi likes to grab that you should not let him grab out here.
Okay, all right. And there's a lot of instructions that come with this dog.
Well, see, they pulled stuff out of the pond.
Yeah.
And it got all over out here.
Uh-huh. I got one of those little headlamps I can put on my head that I can see well.
I go before dark, but you just gotta watch out for shit.
Okay.
So,
oh, Louise, you just cursed on my podcast. No, I'm messing with you.
business right around this corner.
Mm-hmm.
The last resort is under the trees here.
Mm-hmm. But
see, it depends on how much he goes. He doesn't do a big pile.
Okay, so what's a good size? Like, do I need to like inspect the poop or whatever? Do I need to like see what's in it? Do I need to test it for its softness or any?
You just gotta know that if he pooped a huge pile, he's not gonna poop the next time. He's just gonna pee.
Okay, what's the consistency like for him? Is it like really like rock hard pebbles? Are we talking like a little like rice pudding?
We're talking formed.
Okay, all right, I got you. All right, I just wanted to make sure. Now, like, if it's straight diarrhea, I don't have to pick that up, right?
If it's liquid, you can't pick it up.
Okay, I was just saying, I didn't know, like, if diarrhea, I can just let go. All right, well, I hope you trust me. You know that I'm very responsible.
An hour or so. If he gets in trouble with his stools, don't worry about it. I'll be home.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you know what I was...
Dogs, like at the end of that line, if you see a cart down there with a dog that's not on a lead, you don't go down.
Okay, all right. Oh, just to let you know, I'm willing to fight to the death on Izzy's behalf.
There's one big pit.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I will...
Real aggressive, but I just don't take it.
I will keep my blade on me. All right, wait, who's this? Okay, that, like... Might be a visitor. No, I mean, see, okay, see, all right, see, now, you get, wait, where does she live at, Louise? Come on.
I don't know her.
She, I'm gonna have to scout that out. Yes. I mean, look, all right, cool, I'm gonna like this. I promise, you know, and I doubt it's gonna happen, but like, you know, if I meet a lady, I promise I'll use the guest bedroom to. I'm messing with you, Miss Louise. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm getting too morning zoo radio type with jokes, but you know what? I'll just use the back porch. How's that? Okay. All right. All right. I'm just leaving Louise's house, and I gotta tell you, oh man, I was not joking. I didn't want to because it's my mom's friend. I didn't want to go way too overboard, but. There are some chicks in my wheelhouse here in this place, and like she said, they're grandkids or like daughters, because you got to think it's a bunch of older people here, so like their daughters would be around my age, or even a hot MILF, man. Oh my God! And I was just joking around about it, but like, bet your ass if I find a chick that's down, like that's down. Oh yeah. I know it might be a little disrespectful, but yes, I'm definitely sealing the deal and taking that chance. I'm really ready to risk it all for that. But goddamn, that dog has like so many like damn things, like feed it this, feed it that. This food is for his poop. Let's make sure that he doesn't eat these berries. What happened to the good old days when you just had a dog? You let him come in he stayed outside during the day, maybe sometimes let him inside. You know, dogs eat things. That's just what they do. And, like, I'm worried about goddamn berries with this. You know how many poisonous things my dogs, back in the day, we had Haas and Maggie who were Rottweilers. They'd eat a whole rib bone. Like, whole. And I don't even understand. Like, I mean, that's some hyena type shit. To be able to eat and digest bone. So, yeah. But I mean, I got this. something does happen to the dog, I'm going on the run. I'm going to be taking the Tuddle Daily Podcast on the road. All right, got to take a quick break. Be back in a few minutes. Got some great audio for you. You are listening to the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
He's a nerd,
I've only been arrested one time.
a radio personality,
Professionally, I'm not in the best position that I've ever been in.
and hot talk satirizer.
You would think with everything that's going on, a Caucasian like myself wouldn't be able to randomly talk to an African American or a minority.
You're listening to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Wish you could have just flown and had your vehicle arrive a day or two later so you can enjoy more time doing what's important to you? Well, you can. Just give Starfire Transport a call. Let the professionals do the driving while you're flying. Starfire Transport specializes in RV and auto transport. They'll also haul watercraft from boats to PWCs, cargo trailers, and more. Service available throughout the continental United States. So don't wait. Call Brian today at 574-349-4193 or 989-751-6106 for your next move. 10% off for veterans past or present. Also, make sure to tell them Tuddle sent you for an additional discount. That's Starfire Transport.
Welcome back to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. I've had this guest on last week, a very, very great person that my producer Vulture ended up getting on my show. It is Christina Fitzgibbons. Christina, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Very, very nice day here in Florida. Outside, it's a little windy. Now
we're having ourselves a little rainstorm. So,
but it's got to be good though for you, though, right? I mean, California was like on fire for most of the year.
We need the rain for sure. We've had no rain this winter. However, I'll tell you, when we've had a bunch of fires and then it rains on top of that, it creates mudslides.
Mudslides, yeah.
Big disaster with that. So, wish us luck.
Look, we get hurricanes here in the state of Florida, but it's like California. They get a little bit of everything when it comes to those natural disasters.
We get ourselves a little earthquake here and there.
Now, when I had you on last week, we were talking about DNA, your website. Tell people if they want to find out more about you, a website they can go to find out what you can do. Maybe they want to look into hiring you.
Yeah, they can find me at dnasleuth.com. It's everything's on there. My contact info. Christina at dnasleuth.com is my email address. And it's really easy to find me. I usually respond quickly. Maybe somebody is just wondering what the process is, not necessarily, doesn't really know sort of how it works. They're welcome to reach out.
All right. So today, when we talked last week, I told you that I had one of the Ancestry DNA kits.
You got it.
And I wanted to do it, but I also wanted to do it the correct way because my dad, the last time he did it, it came back inconclusive. Now I've been very careful. I talked to you like I have not eaten or drink anything in like almost 45 minutes, and this is kind of weird. I know I have to spit in this little vial and stuff. Now I'm like, I don't know
Parched.
if I can even muster. Yeah, I don't even know if I can muster it up. So explain this Ancestry DNA. Like, how does it work? I know a lot of people are hearing news stories about, oh man, I don't want this big company having my DNA on file. Give me a little behind the scenes on a little bit behind it.
So I am not sponsored by any of the DNA companies. I use all of them. However, I prefer Ancestry because I like that it links you to people's records, not necessarily just the person's. So I love all the historical files that are connected. So I have a preference for Ancestry.
Okay, but all right. So when we're talking about DNA, how far back can you really go? Because back in the day, like we weren't taking DNA from people. Like, so how do you make that connection on DNA?
So first, I'll answer your question about people being worried about having their DNA in the file and this big or in the database and this big company having it and that kind of stuff. And that sort of floats into your next question about how you're able to even connect with people if nobody was taking a DNA test 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Well, your grandfather may not have taken a DNA test. However, you are a descendant of him and you are taking one. So your DNA is part from your parents and from their parents and from their parents and from their parents and going all the way back. So when I look at your DNA, I'm looking at those relatives as well. So they may not have actually spit in the tube, but you doing it, they're doing it.
Yeah, I'm sure my mom and dad, they play nice, but I bet they're into spitting games behind the scenes. Who knows?
Maybe they did. And then you should mention that, or we should say that sometimes when your dad's came back inconclusive, clearly it doesn't mean he's not.
Yeah, because he was dipping his smokeless tobacco at the time, and I think he's
yeah. And you know what? That sometimes it happens if people have been eating like right before, or just it happens every so often. Maybe, I don't know, for me, maybe 10% of the time it happens, but most of the time it goes through completely. So
all right, so what do I need to do? Okay, so I broke open the seal here, and I just so
you broke the seal. You broke the seal. All right.
Yes. Now I don't want to give out the number, like comes on.
You don't want to give that out. You're going to give it to me, right? You're going to give that to me. So inside the box, right? You can show everybody what we got.
I have my little bag here. So what is this for? Is this what I'm sealing it up in?
Once you have spit in the tube, that's where you're going to put the tube in that, and then that then goes in the box, and then the box then goes in the mailbox.
What is this little paper thing in there?
I think it's like a little piece of tissue, like maybe to wipe your lip or something when you're done. I don't know. I've never told anybody to use it.
I feel like a cheap streetwalker, like somebody's throwing me a towel after, like, oh yeah, you've been spitting on it.
Exactly. I think you'll be okay. You'll be able to get it right.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make some awkward joke. Now, okay.
No. You're all good. Here we go.
Yeah. So, all right. So this right here.
Don't flip it around though, because then I'll see the code on the back, and I don't want to. No.
Okay.
No, there you go.
All right.
Just like that.
We're good. We're good.
You're all good. So there you go. So that's the actual packaging that it comes in, and you're gonna tear that baby open.
All right. So what do I do now? Okay. So I open this up.
Tear it open. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm trying to do like an ASMR type thing, like.
There you go.
I know. All right. So now, okay.
It's a little intimidating though, isn't it? Like I don't want to f this thing up,
I don't want to give out the code. I'm seeing the code. So all right. So this is the little spit thing here. Now they give you like a funnel. Like, I mean, are people that bad at spitting that they need that like little like funnel thing right there?
You know what? They may not be bad at it, but it actually is kind of works. I mean, I've taken that DNA test before, so I think I was glad to have it on there. Right. Then you don't have to,
Now what is the blue stuff?
The blue stuff is sort of like an activator. So once you have spit inside the tube, we're going to take that little rim thing that's on there. That's actually going to come off, but not till you're done. So you're going to spit, and hold on, before you spit, you're going to bite gently the inside of your cheek. Just a little.
Oh, so you want me to get a little DNA on?
Yeah, see, you're going to just do a little on each side, and you're not going to do it again, just for this. And then you're going to spit in that tube, and you're going to fill it up to the little squiggly black line that's on there. It looks like you have a lot of spit that you need to spit.
No, this is pretty bad. This is going to be bad. You're gonna have to give me a little bit of time here because it
can take you 10 minutes. You can wait for a minute. You can, right? I know you're like, I haven't had anything to drink, but you'd rather it just take a little bit of time. Think about like a lemon or like something really sour that makes you salivate, right? There's plenty of things you could think about, all right? Mm-hmm. And it might take you a little bit of time, and I know you really want to put your mouth right over the top so that it's not flying all over the place. So you're going to, there you go, just like that. And then give it
a while.
It might, just keep talking. Yeah. And you can, there you go. And so as you're doing it, like it takes a little bit of time to do it because not every, you're not going to create more saliva by like jiggling your mouth all over the place. Just don't swallow.
there's so many jokes that I want to make that I can't.
I was waiting for it. Did you notice
Yeah,
I gave you dead air?
I'm not
I gave
gonna
you
do
dead
it.
air for
I'm
that.
not gonna do it. Like you're
right.
like this cool progressive chick in San Francisco. I'm not
San
gonna make
Francisco.
San Francisco. I'm not gonna make those like crude and rude jokes. Okay.
I was giving you the opportunity, so you know.
Well,
there you
listen.
go.
Hey, that's good on you. So now explain
Okay.
this. All right, so
Yeah.
what goes into this? Like,
All right.
how long does it usually take? Like, is this gonna be like? Is there gonna be some guy like I don't know, in Indonesia that's gonna be running this test? Like, where does it go? Like, what's
You know
the?
what? That's actually a good question. I can't remember where it goes. I want to say it probably goes to Salt Lake City, Utah, because I
Those
feel like
Mormons are gonna have my DNA.
Oh, they already have your DNA, honey. I promise you that already.
I know the Scientologists do.
Yeah. Do they really? Ooh.
No, well,
Okay,
you
that's
know, got to
interesting.
remember, Tampa area, Clearwater is the headquarters of the Scientology.
No,
Yeah,
it is
they-
not.
Hmm?
Ooh, Leah
Oh, we used to
Remini
get
does
in
not
so much
like them.
trouble.
She does not
We-
like them at all.
We used to get in so much. You know, they have this like little machine called an e-meter that they grab onto, and it's supposed to tell you like how worthy you are for Xenu. You know, because Xenu is like their god. You know, that crashed his spaceship into the side of a volcano. You know, like I don't judge people's religions and stuff. But what I'm trying to say is like
Is
they
that
got a lot of
really
money.
is that a religion though?
Well, I mean, yeah,
It's sort of a club. It kind of feels more like a club, right? Like than it does a. I don't know. I mean, I've been listening. I watched some of the shows on it. I've been following it, and and I believe everybody can have their own little thing. I just don't feel. I feel like it's more. I can't quite understand the religious part of it of that specific.
Listen, I know that I'm going to offend a lot of people with what I'm about to say, but I believe I find it more believable that an alien named Xenu crashed his spaceship into a volcano instead of a guy that fed like a couple of thousand people with one loaf of bread and a bunch of fish. Sorry, I know that's going to. So it all depends on the way you look at it. You know.
Right. All right. Okay. All
but
right.
all right, so I'm getting close here now.
Good. Keep going. You got a couple more in there. And so
now,
once you get to that squiggly line, so what I was saying is I believe that sort of the Mormons they had their job sort of has been to collect ancestry over many years. So they started Ancestry. And
John Smith was the first DNA sleuth.
There you go.
That guy that found that Bible or whatever that they talk about all the time.
And they also are in charge of this ancestry test. So
I love the Mormons. Come on, man. Yes, let's do this. If you want to sponsor me, I'm hop on board.
I grew up in a town that had a big Mormon population. Believe it or not, we also had some other religions that were cults actually in our town as well. But I love them. So
like Satanists,
no, oh my God, no, we had a cult. called the Followers of Christ. No, the Followers.
No,
of
Heaven's
Christ.
Gate. The ones you remember the comic? No, the Hail Bob. Remember that? Were you like
Hail Bob Comet? No.
Yeah, the Hail Bob.
Ours was we have the Followers of Christ, and they've gotten themselves into some legal trouble lately because they have not been providing medical care for their children. So people die.
Yeah,
It was a religion and is, I guess, a religion, but they also haven't had a leader in their church for who knows how long. So
yeah, that David Koresh thing was like, I let you do practice your own religion and stuff, but I didn't like the child brides and stuff like that was going on with that.
Did you see I think it was on Netflix, the Netflix documentary on the Bhagwan tree Rajneesh in Oregon, and
No, I did
you didn't
not
see that?
No, I did not.
Oh, forget it. I can't even remember what it's called, but it's like the
I have
best
to check
thing
it
ever.
out. I made the documentaries.
Great.
All right,
I think who the Bhagwan is. All right, did you get it? Is it above the black line?
So
no,
look.
You got to do one more. The foam of your spit is above the black line, but your spit is not. So you got to.
That's what I was about to ask you. I'm sorry. I just showed you my foamy spit.
It's disgusting. Disgusting. We'll have to blur that out. It's offensive.
All right. So, like, give me an idea. Like, how detailed are these tests when you get them back?
So when you get yours back, it's going to have an ethnicity estimate, and that's going to be based you're probably pretty close on what you believe. Actually, this is a great opportunity for us to have you take some guesses on what you believe your ethnicity is. And I don't think, oh, you have it in front of you. That little card, I believe, has some of the ethnicities, how they, all of these guys break it down differently. I had one here. I don't know what I
So what do you mean? But what? Like what country?
So what do you think? Yeah, like, no, what region do you think?
I'm definitely from one of those, like, United Kingdom countries, like
So
Ireland,
okay.
Scotland, Wales, England. I could see that.
All right, let's see if I can find well, that doesn't
But you
really
want me to
make
be
a difference.
honest?
But what do you think? Like, are you going to say I'm 60%, English,
I think
Wales,
I might,
Welsh, or Scottish, Irish? What?
I think I've got some Native American in me, and I'm not trying to make jokes there. It's just like, on my dad's side of the family, my dad tans very, very easily. Now,
Okay.
you also got to remember, my mom, very pale, fair skin, so I got a little bit of mixture of both. But my dad, he does not grow like hair. Like, I don't have a hard time growing facial hair. I'm not talking about on top of the head, but like smooth legs, not a lot of body hair. And, that's something that, Native Americans kind of.
Is that a trait?
Yeah, it is. Not a lot of hair and a little tan. So I think I got a little, I'm not going to go and tell you what type of percentage.
Okay. So, well, you could take a guess. You could say 10% or something small. And then you can say, again, whatever's left over, you can say 40% Irish.
I'm saying,
40%, whatever you think.
I'm saying a country from the UK that had a one-night stand with a Native American. Now,
so
is the Native American, was he a man? I don't know. Like, it could have been a white man that was like, like, hey, these Indian people, they're not that bad. Instead of, fighting them, let's make love to each other, and and I'm the product.
All right. So where are your parents from? Like, where's your dad from? Florida.
We're now, let me ask you, we're Florida crackers. A lot of people.
Okay.
No, a lot of people. But when I say Florida crackers, people are like, "Oh, that's offensive." No, it's really, really not, because, that's what they call. Everybody, let's say, it thinks that it is a racist or derogatory term, but it's not. Like, people that are born in Florida, like, wear it as a badge of honor because of the Florida cattlemen here. Not a lot of people know this. You've been on the West Coast all your life, but the reason why they come up with Florida crackers is that the Florida cattlemen, it wasn't a slave related or anything like that. It was the Florida cattlemen would crack their whips to get the cows moving. That, because the cattle industry was so huge in the state of Florida.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't mean to get all history on you and stuff.
No, I love the history because I'm interested. Both your parents were born in Florida?
Yeah, my mom. Okay, so this is even weird. My mom, in the county that I'm in right now, which is Volusia County, where Daytona Beach is. Daytona Beach is there. My mom was born and raised in the same county, and she's lived in the same county all of her life. Now, my dad is from the Gainesville area, but still Florida.
All right.
But my dad remembers his mom talking about being from the Appalachian Mountain area. So that's something I know for a fact there.
Well, you don't know anything for a fact. You know that maybe he, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, where your grandparents are from and what, like, did you meet your grandparents? Like,
yes, I did. My grandparents on my mom's side, born in same county here, Volusia County. My dad or my grandfather, though, was in New York during the Great Depression and stuff. So
your grandfather on your mom's side or your dad's side?
Yep, mom's side.
Mom's side. So your maternal grandfather was in New York during the Depression.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think you're done right there. I think you're done spitting, right?
I'm a little. It's
You
kind
got
of
a little
phony
bit.
there.
All right, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm having fun talking. Let's get it right. You know.
No, I know. So you got your mom, your paternal or your maternal grandfather was in New York at some point. So
Yep.
maybe before New York, his parents, do you know anything about them? See where
No,
they
I
come.
do not.
See,
So,
that's what you're going to find out. That's what you're going to find out.
Because New York was kind of a place where immigrants came to, right?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, Ellis
Exactly.
Island. So, you know, it might have been there. Now what I've always wanted to know is like, okay, so, you're a sports person. Do you watch college football much or whatever?
I
No?
don't
Yeah.
really watch a lot of
All
college
right,
football.
all right, College Game Day, the host on there, his name was Chris Fowler. Same exact last name as me, Fowler. And I'm like, that guy looks like my uncle's. And I'm like, I got to find out where he's from. And I couldn't figure that out. I was like, how cool would that be if I was related to Chris Fowler?
Can't be that hard to figure out where he's from.
No, we'll figure it out. But
we'll figure that out.
I think I got one more spit in me. So just
all right, perfect.
Give me one more.
All right.
So tell people once again, let's talk a little bit about your podcast while I'm waiting to get that last little drop of spit. Your podcast that you're doing.
Yes.
If people want to check that out, where can they do that?
Yeah. So the podcast is called Sex, Lies, and the Truth, and we interview different individuals who have experienced some sort of DNA surprise. So either they have found out that their father's not their father, so they've had a paternity surprise, or they were adopted and they have found their biological family, or we just interviewed an individual named Brad. He was so great. And Brad found out at 48 years old, randomly, that he was adopted. And his parents never told him. And he just literally, he just found this out last year. And it was a big shock to him. And then, and I may have mentioned this on the show when I was on last week, he has found his biological family, and he talks about it during the podcast. So it's one of my favorite ones that we've done. He was a great interview. So all usually, right. Again, like, you know, it's a surprise. It's usually their DNA surprises or people who have sort of looked for their biological truth, and you'll get a kick out of it. So, all right, so you're done with that. So you're going to take that off. There you go. So now you're going to take
the funnel off, right?
Take the funnel off. Done. Now you're going to take that little tiny other piece that's got the blue activator in it. You're going to put that on, and then you're going to twist it, and you're almost going to keep going till you hear a click, and then turn it upside down, and the blue stuff should be, now flip it back over the other way again, and then
it's not going in. Did I not tighten it up?
Just do it tighter. One more.
Just don't want to. Oh, I think I got it there.
You got it. There you go. Let's see.
Thanks.
Is it going through yet?
It's kind of bubbling in there now.
All right, there you go. Now maybe just tap it on the table a time or two. There you go. Got it? Let's see.
It's in there now. All right, yep.
All right, there you go. So I think that's going to be a winner. I think that is going to be a winner.
Do I need to mix it or anything? Do I need to shake it?
No, because by the time you drop it in that little tiny sleeve, right, you're going to put it in there.
Should I take the paper out?
Yeah, you don't need it. You did a good job. You don't need it. You didn't spit all over yourself. You're gonna put it in there, and then there's probably a little adhesive or something on there.
Yeah, there is. Okay. All right. So then I seal it up. All right.
You're gonna put it in there. You're gonna seal it up, and then you're going to take the little box that is going to go in the mailbox. Okay. And that is also going to have a little adhesive on it. Mm-hmm. You're going to stick that baby in. That is postage paid, all ready to go.
Yeah, no postage necessary, but like
none.
With the way, the Trump and the MAGA, they were calling out the post office and stuff. They might still be getting in those last minute mail-in ballots.
You never know. Getting their last licks in there. All right. All right. So let's see what you got there.
All right. I'm just trying to get this the seal thing off. Oh man.
Off that one.
Yeah. See that thing right there. So
you should be able to get that. That's just.
I am, but you gotta understand.
Are you going to get a pocket knife or?
No, I'm not that redneck. I do. Well, my dad always calls me. He's like, "How can you be a real man, son? You don't carry around a pocket knife with you." I'm like, Dad.
I'm not going to lie. I might agree with him on that. I'm not a redneck, and I think there's nothing wrong with having a little pocket knife with you.
Yeah, but Florida has stand your ground where there's more guns.
I was going to ask you what the laws are if you're allowed to carry like like a leather man?
No open carry, but you can carry. But there's also stand your ground. So like, it's like you don't like. It's cut back on the road rage. It really, really has cut back on the road rage because you never like want to like.
You never know what people are going to have.
Because people are. I mean, you got to remember we had the. We had the George Zimmerman Trayvon. I covered that case. Right. That was like right down the street.
Oh,
I mean, think of Florida, like who we let off that year. I mean, Casey Anthony. I covered the Casey Anthony trial, all that stuff. So, yeah, the stand your ground thing.
She's a real gem, wasn't she?
Yeah. It was crazy. I'll have to get into that.
A crazy one.
Well, Christina, I really appreciate it. And so how long? So I can just drop that in the mail. I will get you the card.
You're going to drop that in the mail. And that is probably going to take 4 to 6 weeks.
Now, I don't want to know anything.
I'm not telling you anything.
Because we're going to do it. I'm
not telling you anything.
Now, I don't care, like, if for some reason, maybe
there's a baby Tuddle.
Oh, don't. I mean, I was on a syndicated radio show, and there was this one person on a blow-up mattress down in Fort Myers, Florida.
Oh no, Fort Myers.
That might have been. I mean, who knows? I mean,
nothing good ever happens in Fort Myers, so you should learn that lesson.
Especially on a blow-up mattress. So, no, I mean, there could be, but like if my great-great-grandfather was a part of the SS or something and he escaped Nazi Germany to, hide out over here, like, I mean, I want to know.
You want to know all this stuff. I've got good and, I got good and bad in mind. So, I mean, I think being able to,
like if I'm related to a serial killer or something, like, down the road.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, like a Jeffrey Dahmer, like if Dahmer or like even a Bundy was like, because Bundy was huge here in the state of Florida. So they'd be like,
oh my God.
And the ladies for some reason love Bundy. So, I could be like,
they did.
Do you want to know who my third cousin was? Yeah, Ted Bundy.
That would be really cool. Could you imagine?
And well, Christina, tell people once again how they can find out your website and check out more of your stuff.
They can find me at dnasleuth.com, and they can listen to the podcast. It's 6 Lies and the Truth. And we're also 6liesandthetruth.com. So we're all over the place.
All right, Christina, I enjoyed this conversation, and I can't wait for the big reveal.
Nice work.
I hope it's not going to be like this Geraldo Rivera, Al Capone's vault. Like it's just going to be something.
It won't be boring.
You're going to have the most average. You're going to have the most average ancestors in the world.
I can promise you that I will find something that will be of interest to you. It's not going to be like Geraldo. Geraldo blew that one. There's got it. No. There'll be something good.
All right, Christine, I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too. Take care.
From the Vapor Shades Hobo Fish Camp.
Man, maybe I would have way more sex partners in my life if I just threw caution to the wind.
It's the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Tuddle's Daily Podcast is brought to you by StitchYouUp.com. For your embroidery, screen printing, vinyl, and direct-to-garment printing needs, visit StitchYouUp.com. Stitch You Up specializes in custom caps, shirts, decals, and anything you want to personalize. Whether it's one item or large orders, they can handle any size. Unsure about what you want? Let Stitch You Up help you with your logo design. Visit StitchYouUp.com. Or contact them, Eric@StitchYouUp.com. Stitch You Up. Definitely not your grandma's embroidery.
Welcome back, guys. Last segment of today's Tuddle Daily Podcast. Got a great piece of audio I want to play for you, but I had a great chance to talk to, I wouldn't say a good friend, but just a connection. Working in radio as long as I have, you forget about the people that you meet. One of the things I first learned from Fez Whatley was to get contacts, get business cards from everybody. But the comedian Killer Bees, I met Killer Bees for the first time, the second time around with me working on the Monsters in the Morning. And the guy is one of the most down-to-earth, genuine people that I have ever met when it comes to guests on a radio show. So right now, he hasn't been touring much. He's a little under the weather. It's not COVID. He's got the flu right now, but I think I'm going to have him on the show next week.
Yeah, y'all already know what's going on, man.
From an outside bystander, you would think that I am absolutely obsessed with social media, but, I mean, it couldn't be further from the truth. I hate it. I hate social media. I hate being a part of it. Everybody is trying to just outdo everybody. Everybody's just trying to just mother F everybody. I mean, well, it's kind of like radio. So that's why I don't need radio and social media, like, just dragging my mental illnesses down. But it's a necessary evil. I got to do it. To be able to promote what I'm doing, program directors all over the place, they look at that. They look at how many followers you have and who engages with you. But this dude, this African-American gentleman, was just shot 3 times. 3 times. And a lot of people are like, well, the video is fake. I got to tell you, if it's fake, it is a goddamn great fake, because this hospital setting looks real as hell. The nurse sounds legitimate. But this guy is doing it all for the gram. He is all doing it for the gram. And he gives you a live update in the hospital after he was shot 3 times.
Hey, just want you to let them know niggas straight in them motherfucker. They got a nigga hemmed up. I'm good on 1,000, man. Y'all niggas should have did what y'all had to do.
Once again, I am not conspiracy theory guy, but I've also worked in radio, and when they pull the curtain back and you see what's real and not real, these people will do it for the gram so badly. Like, they want to be TikTok, Twitter, Instagram famous. I would not put it past anybody to say, hey, go to their boy, be like, hey, can you shoot me? Like, really, shoot me. Because there was an episode of The Sopranos. Remember that rapper that people were saying that they didn't think he had enough street cred? And they ended up paying one of the guys in the Soprano family gang to shoot him in the ass. And it was a big thing. It was like, hey, don't shoot me in any vital parts. Just shoot me in the ass so I can have a little street cred. I would not put it past somebody to get one of their buddies. Hey, shoot me. I'm going to do a live update from the hospital. I'm going to be Instagram or TikTok famous.
Well, shit, I'm straight and ain't got the doc doing what he do. Everything good, doc?
You need some more things?
Nah, I'm good. Appreciate it. Y'all ain't got no perk?
It's got to be because of the area I grew up in, but for the longest time, I thought the opiate addiction, the problem that's going on, that was a white person's problem. They call it hillbilly heroin. You always see the white trash people walking around skinny as hell, but they got that big extended belly. And a lot of people don't know what that big extended belly is. You know what that is? When you get on opiates, you cannot shit. You cannot go to the bathroom. And that is the buildup of Duke. These pillheads are walking around with Duke bellies. But as of late, I've been noticing the hip-hop urban community is getting on the opiate train, the pain pills, the downers, the lean, the codeine, whatever it may be. But, I mean, look at Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD, one of the biggest up-and-coming rappers, ends up dying because of an overdose. Because he was, I guess, from the story I heard, he was on a plane and took some of the pills because he didn't want to get caught with them. So, but yeah, this guy is asking if they got any perks.
I need the perk 30. I should have heard a little bit. All right, appreciate it.
I mean, you guys know, if you've been a listener of mine, my life is an open book. I talk about every single thing. I went through my little opiate pain pill phase. I mean, I didn't get like hardcore. I never got like hooked to them, but like if somebody offered me one, yeah, hell yeah, I was going to take it because they're awesome. I mean, it was a great time. They feel good. That's why they're so fucking addictive. But the reason he wants perks is because, you know, the doctors, they love to give you those hydrocodones. Now, I'm not saying the hydrocodones aren't good. I mean, for the beginner, oh, they're amazing. But the hydrocodones, those weaker ones, they mix them with the acetaminophen. You know, that stuff that they put in Tylenol, and like your body doesn't like a lot of that stuff. So, you know, I find it kind of weird that, hey, we're going to put something in there. We're going to mix the opiates with something that if you take up too much of it, it's going to destroy your liver. So it's kind of like a dickhead thing that the pharmaceutical companies did. But yeah, that's why he wants the perks, because the perks, that is just straight up opiates. There's no waiting on the runway when it comes to getting a perk.
Well, y'all niggas straight, though. All you lame ass fuck nigga, y'all niggas should have did what y'all had to do. But it's all good. I promise you, nigga, I'll make y'all nigga throat for real.
And I'm just gonna predict it right now because this happens every single time that I play a piece of audio where an African American or a minority is saying the N-word. I hate the word. Am I going to say it? No, I would not say it. I think it is a very hurtful word, but it is not my place for me to tell an African American, which this guy in the hospital that's talking about getting Percocets that was shot is an African American gentleman. And that's the thing about it. I believe in absolute freedom of speech. You know, the First Amendment is there to protect unpopular speech. I think racism is horrible. I think people that are racist are some of the most disgusting people that I could ever think of. I don't want to be associated with them, but guess what? As long as those people are not like physically harming somebody because of their race, religion, creed, whatever it may be, or stopping them from making a living because of their skin color, it's not against the law to be racist. I don't support it, but it's unpopular speech, and that's what happens. And it is not my place to say that. As a matter of fact, I think it would be disrespectful if I beeped out the N-word that this African-American gentleman is saying. And I'm not trying to go on a rant, not trying to cover my own ass. You do have to be careful with cancel culture out there, but this is a black man saying the N-word. I'm not going to say it, but I'm also not going to tell him that he can say it, and I'm also not going to censor him.
Damn, dog, this shit hurt. I need no perk for real. Damn. My shit straight up there.
Yeah, everything look good. Your vitals look good, I mean.
Fuck, man. Yeah, y'all nigga quit playing with me, nigga. Y'all wanna see it, nigga? Yeah, let me show y'all niggas something. Y'all nigga had me down. They got me in a little one name, but I'm good, though. Y'all nigga quit playing me. Foo. Pussy, boy.
One of the things that I've noticed the older that I get, it is getting harder and harder to stay in touch with, like, current, like, pop culture or current references. Because back in the day, like in my mid-30s, early 30s, it was like the brap, brap, like, you know, the sound of a gun going on. But, like, I'm lost on this one. What does this mean? If anybody can tell me what this sound is about, email me, Tuddle@gmail.com, or leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044. Like, seriously, I need to know. Is this new soundbite, is that like a hybrid of the brap brap, like the sounds of the guns going off? I need to know, please. Tuddle@gmail.com, voicemail 407-270-3044. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the show, and I will talk to you tomorrow.